All right, what's up, everybody? We're here with the Afronomics podcast. We're here with our first reaction video. So we finna get some clips going, be able to show you some cool stuff, and then y'all gonna see our perspective and see what it's about. My name is Sita Nambuya.
And my name is Llewellyn Dixon. You already know the vibes.
Yeah.
Got my
Do they know
coffee
that we
cup.
we got that cup. Look at this man. Look at this man. Is that a mug? Is that a mug? Like what is that?
The mug. It says peace.
What plastic though? Anyway, let's get into these clips.
All hail South Africa.
Said all else out there.
All hail South Africa.
Nah, one thing I really like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people on the outside looking in be thinking Africa is like not developed. But if you look, that room was like very modern. Like it was well decorated. I like that it was like minimalist. Like it was a smooth setup. Like that's, just one thing I
It was,
wanted to shout out.
it
Yeah.
was a room.
The room. Mr. Preacher, your eyes focused on the wrong thing. I'm trying to admire the
Listen, I'm the young lady is dancing her cultural heritage. I am being respectful of my African ancestors and culture, and I'm giving her the attention she deserves.
I'm focused on the interiors because I'm a man of focus and
Let's
discipline.
let's 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 run it back. Let's
Run
let's
it
let's
back.
look at the interiors.
Just look at the interiors.
It's a nice island. I think I saw an island back there, right? Was there an island in the kitchen?
Speaking of the interiors, I mean, I like how it's decorated. If anything, though, I'd paint the walls.
Yeah, she got some art on the walls. She got yellow chairs. And there was a TV in the background. Nice little entertainment
You
setup.
noticed all that stuff this time?
I did. It was good. I thought she was dancing in front of her kitchen at first, honestly.
I didn't even notice that shit the first time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was I like the outfit though. I
The
like
first time I thought she was dancing in her kitchen at first. I thought that was the kitchen behind her. That's why I said, "Is there an island back there?" Because I thought it was a kitchen. Hey, ask them. Hey, in the comments, write your favorite thing about the room from the first time you saw it. Y'all-
They'll be like, what room? What room? You could have put a horse in the background. A live horse, they wouldn't know.
They put a dead body in the background. Wouldn't nobody notice?
Midgets kickboxing on the dining room table. Wouldn't nobody even
Thank you, babe. Babe, come here. I just want to tell you that I apologize for the way I was acting earlier, being very rude and disrespectful. I'm sorry. I'll never treat you that way again. Yes, I really love you. You don't ever have to question that. We had a petty little argument, and it didn't mean nothing for real. Thank you for this food.
Don't eat that.
Why are you saying don't eat it? Give me my food.
Don't eat it.
Can I have the water?
Are you sure you love me?
Yes, I love you. What?
You really love me?
Yes, that was just a petty little fight. Babe, give me the food back.
Hold on. I can't let you eat this.
What do you mean you can't let me eat that? Babe!
Yo, I knew that's what's gonna happen. I knew that was gonna be the case. I was kind of skeptical because he put his hand around her neck. I was like, oh, y'all about to
Yeah, I peeped that too. I'm like, okay, the neck grab. What is this?
was like, what's about to happen? But then I was like, she finna take the food back because she did something to it.
I was reading when I saw that. I saw the comments. Somebody was like, she was finna send bro back to lobby.
She's like, don't eat that. Like,
What
bruh.
you for, bro? Yeah.
Now,
How's
what if he would have started apologizing after he started eating?
Mm, who knows what she did to it? I mean, it might have been. We give it a benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's like because it is spaghetti. You know what they say about eating a woman spaghetti? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
but that's usually people who practice medicine who
Yeah,
do
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
The voodoo, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we don't know. Maybe she like that's the basic food. Maybe she had like an even better meal prepared or something. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna give you the basic food. I'm gonna give you
maybe.
ice
Or
and
maybe
ice.
she just made it really salty. Probably maybe she boiled the spaghetti in like in
I
hot
don't care.
boiling
I
toilet
got it.
water. Maybe she boiled the spaghetti. I'm in my mind. I'm gonna assume she boiled the spaghetti in toilet water.
Oh God. There's easier ways for a get back. Boil it in toilet water. Like,
Ew,
yeah. No, see, never bite the hand that feeds you. And like if you and
literally.
yeah, you and somebody beefing, don't eat their food. It's lesson learned. Lesson learned.
So black people have this secret ability. If you're not an African acolyte and you use the word, we can always tell. Whether it be on the phone, in a song, you can even have the ability to shapeshift into a person of the night, and we'll still know. And I finally figured out why. It's the placement of the word. I was hosting a music live review once, and a song we were listening to kept saying like every third word. Rookie mistake. I tried to explain, hey, we know you're not black. You didn't fool us. And he said, how? I said, well, we don't use every other word. All the black people in the comments agreeing and concurring. Somebody chimes in and says, yes, you do. Somebody else chimes in and says, yeah, I've heard it. You guys do. Now, to their credit, when the people in the comments corrected them, they said, oh, my bad, we didn't know. I thought Jay Beebs and his clown buddies was going to show up to my door at the end of the live, but it was a pretty smooth conversation. But it kind of reminds me of when you first can learn how to cuss. If you never have the opportunity to practice with people that cuss, you'll never use it right. You don't have the opportunity to practice with people that say so you won't use it right. But wait. Black friend lets me use it all the time. I guarantee if they do, they're using it just like you. If you do use it in front of a black person, just most of the time, no, they're probably going to cringe. Some of the times, though, they're going to throw hands.
Yeah, bro. He's 100% right. Everything he said is 100% right. Because when I first learned how to cuss, I was cussing wrong, and I was just saying dropping f-bombs all over the place,
Swear.
all over the place because it's fun. Because it was fun. I was like, "Ooh, I can do this," and I thought I
Right.
was, bro. Yep.
You can tell somebody just fresh started cussing because they don't know how to control it. It's like they try to throw it out. Like every
Yep.
other word is a cuss
Every
word.
other word. Yep. Man, that's how being around kids, like when I was working in a high school and they were cussing, I was like, bruh, clearly you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, like you new to this. This fresh for you. This fresh.
You're new to this. I have seen like Hispanics who grow up around black people, they know how to say the N-word properly. So like
What?
I got a Hispanic friend. The first time he said nigga around me, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but he said it correctly. So it didn't register to me that he said it until after the conversation because he uses it so fluently. So then I felt betrayed and I haven't confronted
Yeah.
him on it. My
Yeah,
bad to
no,
that.
you should throw hands. Throw hands with that throw hands with that guy right there. Anyway, next clip.
African mothers.
We are the best.
Where in Africa is Wakanda located?
Gambia.
Senegalese. What? The meaning is CD. But what else is CD? If you can get that.
Condom.
Mama, what do you say? My son loves drinking alcohol.
No.
Mommy, your child now with you.
Dog. But I want to know why she's upset that her son likes to drink alcohol. Yo, fucking drinks. I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel like it's the opposite because I swear my mom been wanting me to drink since I was on like 14, 15. I didn't start drinking till I was in like college though. Maybe like in high school. But like
My
when we
mom.
went back to Sierra Leone when I was in ninth grade, people was like, oh, you're not gonna drink. I'm like, I'm 14. Like, you're not gonna drink though. You're not gonna drink. So I'm
My mom
surprised.
hated. My mom hated that I drank, but that's because she was like, "You a preacher and you drinking?" I was like, Yes.
No, that slipper toss though.
Oh,
That was
the
elite,
accuracy.
top
Yeah,
tier.
dog. She did that. She charged that joint up. Perfect accuracy.
Yeah, no, that I got to see that whole episode. That's a good little game show.
Call me back. Call me back. Call me back. I want to speak to somebody. Before your time of refreshing, there were customers that were running away from you. Favor was running away from you. Breakthrough was running away from you. Fortune was running away from you. But at the sound of my voice, those things will begin to come back to you. I said they will come back to you. I said they will come back to you.
That used to be me though.
My dog was like,
No,
was like,
like
I'm here.
we all been there before though. Like everybody been there before. I know
You
that
gotta
was
act,
me. You a preacher too.
you gotta act like bro. I've fallen asleep up on the stage on the
In the
pulpit,
pulpit. Oh, that's
sitting
wild.
down.
That's
I was
wild.
tired. I was tired. I did it while they were praying, and I had my head down. I fell clean asleep.
See, for me, I got lucky because I went to church like, all through growing up. But like by the time I got to like senior year of high school and then like college, I wasn't going to church like that. So the time where I was like most outside, like on a Saturday night, was a different period of life than when like I was going to church regularly. So I couldn't imagine the pain for people that you out to like 2, 3 a.m. on a regular basis, and then you got to be at church at 8. I couldn't, no, I couldn't do it.
But some people do it, and they be at church ready to go. I could never do that just because I was.
They still be drunk. They still be lit from the night before. That's why they turn be turned for Jesus.
Probably.
One of the worst things about living with African parents is the assumption of laziness. It's almost like if they don't see you doing something productive right in front of their face, you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. Like, I'm a freelancer and I spend most of my time in my room applying for jobs, editing CVs, writing cover letters, editing content, producing content, planning content, doing all of my day-to-day admin, doing my mum's admin, and I do 90% of the cooking and cleaning as well. Not to mention that some African parents will interrupt your productivity multiple times a day to do a silly little trivial task which they could do themselves, but they decide to weaponize their incompetence to make you do instead. I wish I was lazy. I wish I knew how to be lazy. I'm still learning how to rest, okay? So I find that the accusation of laziness and the assumption of laziness very, very, very offensive, okay? Okay.
Like working from home is pretty much like you unemployed to an African parent. You like if they don't see you getting up and going to work, it don't matter how much work you do. Like you don't have a job in their eyes, and they will send you on every single task, every little side mission because they just feel like you ain't got nothing to do.
Yep. Well, my mom's friend when we were growing up, her son was just like that. He would lock himself in the room all the time, and I would just watch her be like, "Get up," and I'm like, "Bro, he's actually doing stuff."
Right, like you interrupting that man productivity
Just go
just
tell him to
because
do something that ain't productive.
But ole, nigga hit him in his head, ole. Keep that chopper on my hip, ole. I'ma hit it from the ole.
that won't let me die. Because it's a grown man out there, middle-aged man still trying to make it out the hood. Ain't got no type of talent. Ain't got no type of talent. The yodeling was crazy though.
There was just so much going on in this video. It was such a simple video and so much was happening.
No, that lady funny. Whoever her TikTok is wild. You got the aunties and the grandmas on TikTok going crazy.
They'd be acting up because they would have been the social media influencers if
Oh
this was
yeah,
back
for sure. For sure. They're like, it's never too late.
A lot of Africans don't understand the African American experience. I never knew until I came here and started learning the history of what happened here. Like all the way from the end of slavery, Jim Crow laws, redlining, the civil rights movement, the pipeline from the school to prison pipeline.
The prison industrial complex.
Yeah, like all of this stuff. I don't think Africans have an idea of all these things that are put against African Americans to become successful. Like even the Africans that are brought here, we're brought and we're put into like nicer neighborhoods. They don't put us in Southside Chicago in like the worst neighborhoods where you literally have to get a gun to survive.
My family members in the US, when they go to the bank to take a loan,
they will be given a loan. But when their African American friends go there, to take the same loan, they will deny them, from having a loan. When it also comes to jobs, for example, just to apply some jobs, my African family, with African passport, they will give them some jobs, and then the African Americans, they know they will not be able to have the same jobs. So God bless this brother here for explaining these things, to the Africans who thinks that they are in the United States and they are better than African Americans, because of their hard works, they are there. As he said, from the time of slavery all the way to the Jim Crow era in the United States, not only that, but even today, the way the system is built, you as an African with an African passport, the system will favor you than the African Americans. Because of why? The system knows that first, you are not American, and then not only that, but they can also put a pressure on you, just like at your workplace, to do certain things, even you don't want to. Why? Because you do not want to lose your green card, or you do not want to lose your job, which might just put you at the risk of deporting you back to your home country. I have seen a lot of Africans, on the internet, talking about African Americans being lazy, being this, being that, if you think because of your hard work you are in the US, why don't you sit your ass in Africa, to work hard to get what you are having right now in the US? But no, because you can't make it in Africa, because of the way our system back home here also is not enough jobs for people, not only jobs, but you, for example, who is from a minority family, let's start with, you will not have the chance, to be able to do something here, because it's not about what you know, it's about whom you know. The same system is in the United States put in place for the African Americans, So I want to see all of you black Americans, I want to see all of you black Africans, to work together, to know that we are all families, I am Africans. And then it hurts me a lot that by seeing Africans on the internet in the United States, trying to bully, trying to bully the African Americans, taking them as lazies, or taking them as they don't work. But this is what happens, if you do not learn your history, and not only that, you also think that white man is God, Trust me, so many of African people are brainwashed to believe in this, Sadly, we even have leaders right now in power who are working for the same people who are oppressing the African Americans in the United States. The same people, our own leaders in Africa, are also oppressing us. These people in the United States, these black Africans who thinks like this, they just think the same as some of our leaders here right now who are working with these Western powers to oppress the black peoples in general. So I said, it's time for you Africans, who thinks like this, to come on the table, to know that African Americans are our family members.
Yeah, they're not wrong. Actually, one of our guests, I was telling her about, she was telling me about the work that she does, and in Nigeria. And when I told her, I said, believe, I don't know how familiar you are with what's happening here in the US. I said, but believe it or not, the same thing happens in the US. She was like, really? Like genuinely like shocked. I was like, yeah. She was talking about providing what she does. We'll interview her soon, but I won't say her name because I want the people to guess it. But her work provides equity and inclusion and access for impoverished folks to be able to have access to funds and money and bank accounts and basically financial literacy. And I said, that's, believe it or not, in the US, there's barriers to poor people having access to the same thing too. She was like, really? It's like, yeah, 100%. And it affects mostly black people.
Yeah, and the thing is, you got a lot of Africans that they look at America as like, oh, it's opportunity. Everybody's here is rich. You got all of these celebrities and hip hop and millionaires and billionaires. And they think that that opportunity is just available to everybody. Which I mean, in the very loosest sense of the word, it is. But there's a lot of systemic things there in place that keep specifically Black people, Black Americans down. And I've had to talk to some family members who were born in Africa. They come here and they have that same mindset that he was talking about, of like, oh, African Americans are lazy, Black Americans are lazy, and I had to set them straight, like, nah, your perception is based off of something that's not real. A lot of their perception is based off of what they see in the media, which of course is meant to put a negative perception on us. Like if you look at rap music, if you look at like a lot of the movies, and then if that's your primary experience with African Americans, then you can see why some people think very negatively about them. But it's all about how the media is used against us to make us not respect the other side, or make us think that, we gotta fight against the other side because we don't have the same thing in common. They portray one side to be very lazy and portray the other side to be very primitive. And we realize that we got a lot more in common and we all on the same side, then that's when things can really start to be moving forward for us. So they really brought up some good points. I'm glad both of them was talking about that.
He mentioned the part about going and get a loan and get that joint easily. I was like, well, maybe when I go and do business, I need to use my African accent.
Low key though. Yeah, and it's a spectrum too, because the first thing bro says like, oh, we come over from Africa, we in the nicer neighborhoods. I'm like, speak for yourself, dog. I know it's maybe in the certain communities, but I know the Sierra Leone folks in Atlanta, you grew up in the hood when folks moved here in like the 80s and like in the 90s, like we was in the hood, like we stayed in the SWATs or like East Side, like yeah, no, it's a range, but you do have a lot of Africans that come in. Like my I know some I was in African Student Association at Georgia Tech, and there was some Nigerians there. All of them went to school they went to the US just for college. And one dude told me he was like, "Yeah, my dad pays the price of a Lamborghini every year for me to come here." I was like, "Y'all are doing very well." But people think out of state tuition is crazy. Like international tuition is insane, and you don't have the same opportunity for scholarships. So a lot of the Africans that are coming over here come over for college, like they're very well off. A lot of people don't know just how well off you have to be to send your kid overseas for college.
Because not only do they have to pay for tuition, they also got to pay for living expenses too.
Yeah.
You got to set up a whole new life here.
Yeah, it's like yeah, essentially.
That's
And
crazy.
multiple kids. Like it's wild. Anyway.
How much is a Lambo? 110?
Depends on it can range. You have some up to like 400,000, and some that's a million. You probably get a used one for like I don't know, a couple hundred grand. You asking the wrong person, but that's about my guess when I looked it up in the past.
I'm not a car person, so I don't know. Man,
I see what you've done.
I've seen what you've done for others. Please. Because this is a major year for your boy, man. We got a lot going on.
Hey.
We got a lot going
let's
on.
get that like in the subscription.
Yeah, man.
Subscription.
Yeah, man. What I gotta do.
Let me get a trial period or something. I test it out and then just be like something.
2024 was wild.
Yeah, bro, like I'm tired of being on that plan. I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired of it. It was good. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of benefits to being on that plan for a while. At some point you want to upgrade a package,
You got to upgrade. No commercials, no ads.
Right.
Just straight content.
Platform. I don't need for the platform.
Yeah, just straight content. We good. I don't need all extra stuff.
All right.
Definitely looks terrible with that haircut.
I can't even be mad. Like, bro, you didn't have to.
He actually looks like a little girl in that with that.
Like, for real, no shade to bruh, but like, damn.
Yeah, she's not wrong, big dog. You're the problem.
Yeah, the first blow up. You know how like, dude, they say a haircut change your life. Like, it did in the wrong way this time. Usually take you from being rough. You know what I'm talking about. Take you from being rough to now you look like somebody. Yeah, nah, bro should have kept that.
He should have kept that. That was not a good look.
Kept that.
Yeah. She's right for being upset. She should leave you, actually, big dog.
Yeah, bro, like, yeah. It's gonna take a minute to bounce back. You better grow it out. You can grow that.
I mean, he light skinned. His hair look like it grow fast, so he'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, Waves was on swim, but like, I don't know. It didn't compliment him.
He needs some facial hair or something.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you know that struggle.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You got goddamn comedian over here. All right, next.
Hey, I don't make jokes. I just tell truths.
Mm.
Listen, bro, to all my black people here in the U.S., it's time to lock in and act like we didn't been here before. Stop acting surprised, hoodwinked, bamboozled at anything that has transpired in the past 24 to 48 hours or anything that will transpire over the next 5 years. Nothing these racist do should surprise you at this point. We've been dealing with them for over 500 years. If you thought bluffing, pull your head out of your ass, bro, and get back to reality. I don't give a fuck about Elon Musk and his ass salute, bro. The man could turn into the Red Skull for all I care. It don't make me no difference. The same way I don't give a fuck about tap dancing coons such as Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, or even Snoop Dogg. I can guarantee you Nipsey or Tupac is not surprised, and neither should you. Let's stop wasting our time with these distractions, conversations, and start focusing on what we need to focus on. Building community, insulating and protecting ourselves from this storm, and figuring out how we as black people are going to maneuver through this collapsing empire and come out on top while everybody is fighting amongst themselves. That's what we need to be focused on. Not picking up little rage bait pieces here and there and shit and talking about it. That's not going to get nobody nowhere.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong. He is not wrong. Think is a piece. I mean, the thing is,
Not even the peace part. I'm just gonna sip my coffee and mind my business. Lil bro said everything he had to say. There's none left to say.
like for real, man. I think we fall into the trap of thinking that if one party's in office, things gonna be better for us. Like they're gonna take care of us, which is absolutely insane. It's absolutely ridiculous to think that the people who put you in chains are gonna be the same ones that support your liberation. That is never going to happen.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth said, "Who need a hero? You need a hero. Look in the mirror. There go your hero."
Exactly. Over here, we think, oh, this person in power is gonna be bad for us. Things have always been bad for us. We just gotta we gotta do right by us. Self-reliance. That's the only way we're gonna get out of
You
it.
gotta do right by us and stop thinking and worrying about foolishness. There was a video I saw earlier today. It was talking about chicks with BBLs and stuff, and I'm like, we worried about the wrong things. We worried about the wrong thing. And meanwhile, life is passing us by. Sitting on the couch and life is passing you by. Nobody's gonna get that reference.
I was gonna say the DeVry commercial.
Is that no? That's Everest.
Oh, Everest Institute, Everest Institute.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on the couch all day and life is passing you by. Maybe I'll go to school today. Maybe I'll go to school next week. Do it now.
He remade that commercial.
He
Like
did.
he just did it on as a little spoof on it on his IG.
Hmm. Yeah, that commercial was hilarious. Yeah, and on that note, that is our last video for today.
Let us know what you want to see us react to. Send us some videos. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your mama, your granny, and tell that girl Chu who with the pots and pans. We want her to make some more content. That was funny.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna shout the other girl that's in the room with the interior and the paint on the walls and all that.
She was in a room.
Yeah, she might be in every clip, in every reaction video we do.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it.
All right, we finna pack up the show, move to South Africa, low key. Cape Town. Food for thought. Y'all want to see us? Y'all in South Africa and y'all want us to come and record in your city, and you want to provide room and board, we're more than happy to come and do that.
Especially if it's a room with yellow chairs and a nice entertainment system and autumn.
Everything looks so modern and updated. See, everything was so modern in that room.
Beautiful setup.
Yeah, beautiful chairs.
Beautiful.
Look at those chairs all day. All right. See y'all later.
I'm out. I'm gonna drink my coffee.